So, back at it, huh? Friday night. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Y'all know I'm excited, okay? So, forgive me for bringing the emotions tonight. 2-6 in the 2-6 year, the year of God that we prepared you for in advance, ending off last year. I wanted to prepare you guys for this 26 and this 17 code. We've been talking a lot about it, and here we are on the 2-6 day of the 2-6 year, and it's been it's been a roller coaster getting here, you guys. Obviously we didn't know what was gonna take place, what was gonna happen, but I knew that using astrology, using this code, that I could see far in advance that this time period was gonna be special. Uranus is, just stationed direct out of its retrograde. And we've been breaking that down. We've been talking about this at nauseum. Okay? So it's certainly not new to us here. The 2-3 February 3rd date. That's when this was taking place, was Uranus stationing in retrograde. So, obviously, like I said, it's bringing that shock, that reversal that we've talked about, tied to this Uranus god, this character on the world stage, okay? But also, it's brought us to yesterday, hitting lows of 59K, 59 being the mathematical 17 prime. Okay, so as we headed into this 2-6 date in the 2-6 year, we hit 59K, the 17th prime. Okay, that $60,000. Donald Trump won the 60th election, Super Bowl 60 coming up, right? He was in a 60-minute interview a couple months ago talking about the crypto race, reminding us of the 1960s space race and landing on the moon in 69. And well, here we are. And I know a lot of people may have thought, well, I was just a boy who cried wolf, or that I was just out here seeing numbers and trying to make connections that, well, if you try hard enough, anybody could do it. I've heard all that before. You know what I'm saying? And maybe a lot of people still don't believe in the chief, right? Like, Coach, if you know all this, why don't you just come and make it so simple to understand? I wish I knew how to communicate. I've said this before. But anytime that anybody has came out here and done these things like that, they subpoena them. Prime examples: Keith Gill, Roaring Kitty, came out here and openly shared his account and his thesis, only to get subpoenaed by Congress. We're trying to avoid all that. Alright, and then also, like I said the other day, we have to wait on the world stage. William Shakespeare in the 1700s once told us that the world is a stage. I'm just playing my part by being the viewer in the audience, the observer, but at the same time presenting my vision in real time as we see it take place, right? I have to wait for the pieces to fall so we can then put together the puzzle, right? And that wasn't until Melania came and rang the bell. That wasn't until she released her movie. All of this again following Donald Trump's 60-minute interview. All of this following a year ago when we're at highs of 109K and they're both releasing meme coins. We had to wait for the pieces to fall. This lady is highly tied to the page, to the character, to the script of what we're watching take place. She shares the same birthday as Coach Abe, April 26, a very important astrological time period tied to Uranus that I had been warning you about since last year. And again, here we are watching Uranus station retrograde, out of retrograde into direct. as we transition out of the third into World Monarch Day. And ooh, here we are in a metamorphosis, becoming the beautiful monarch and butterfly, like I told you the other night. You know, this monarch cycle, this capitulation into a metamorphosis right into the hand of Uranus, the god of all things crypto, all things tech, right? So as it stationed direct on February 3rd, we saw the markets once again obey its rhythm and shoot straight into a negative and capitulation mode. Because again, 15 years of Uranus retrogrades ending has shown a downside into a bear market, into the next Uranus retrograde cycle. But is this going to be the first? Is this time different? The four most costly words in investing. Will we see a right translated cycle high this year heading out of this? Is there something different playing out? We'll talk about that. But historically, Uranus direct does not arrive with celebration. And we know that. It arrives with capitulation. It brings the final purge. Remember when we were talking about this on 11/6, shortly 4 days after Donald Trump's interview, and we were talking about the purge decoded, right? Approaching America's 250th birthday, all that we were sharing. Matter of fact, I could pull that quick slide up for you, in case you're new here. But right here, the purge, right? The 9/11 event that he said, so it begins, and so it begins with 17,000 likes on election day, the 1 year anniversary of him being elected. 45 and 47, 9/11 code we've been sharing far in advance to what we're seeing right now. 9/11 in the markets. We lost 91.1, you guys. The big bully. I warned you. Right? Don't act like I didn't give it to you. You know, it arrives, like I said, with capitulation. It brings that final purge, the last gasp of fear. False evidence appearing real that makes you forget everything and run. We ain't running. We ain't never scared. I ain't never changed up, and let's get that understood. I've been mapped this out from the beginning. The point where belief breaks before it reforms, you guys. And that's where we are. The markets are descending into this World Monarch Day. In these scripted 1 year and 17 days from Trump's inauguration, we hit 59K, the 17th prime tied to Q, Trump, the 17th letter, right? All in the year of God, 17. We started this capitulation 17 days before the upcoming eclipse on the 17th. Let us pray. This all started 1 year and 87 days after Trump's inauguration. Murder code, right? Where's that chart at? Here it is. I just got to zoom out. Go to the daily time frame. So again, everything we've been mapping out. Heading into Super Bowl 60. Hitting a 60K. 59K. Okay. 17th prime. Right? But 1 year, this all started 1 year and 87 days after his inauguration. Into the 30th. Melania's movie release. She rang the bell on 1/28. Bam! Capitulate. On 10/28, Mars entered Scorpio. We warned you. Capitulate. That 128 code. Tied to, remember, in 2023, we had been preparing you for this 128 code for quite some time, right? Tied to leave the world behind. That movie, right? Made by President Barack Obama. Okay, we hit the 47K lows on Barack Obama's birthday prior to Trump being elected, right? Anyways, but that 128 code, it released on December 8th. Well, the Super Bowl this year is on 1/2/8, because February is really the 12th month. So what's happening in a few days in this scripted ritual that we see take place on Sunday, fun day. A day that adds up to 56 in numerology, that scripted Freemasonic, that scripted chaotic code, coronavirus 56, right? Pay attention, but it's 151 days from Charlie Kirk getting shot, okay? So that's very important, all right? It's also 126 days from our 126K highs. Very, very critical. I'm watching this to be a very pivotal time range, okay? That 151 is the 36 prime. Yesterday, we swiped through 60K on the 36th day of the year. Exactly 66 weeks and 6 days from Donald Trump's election. What is this code showing us? I've been breaking it down in 4+ videos all week, 2 classes last week, multiple posts online and in the Discord. Some of this code I've been saving for months. Because it's not just that Uranus has stationed direct pioneers. It's not just that it shows this historical capitulation with the rituals that take place on the world stage to follow. But between February 5th, yesterday, and the 8th, the day the Super Bowl is played, Mercury, the god of financial gain, and Venus both form a tense square with Uranus. Oh, compressing emotion, narrative, liquidity, and perception into a narrow temporal corridor. And this wasn't just selling pressure. No. Like I said, this was all mapped out far in advance. We saw this all coming. This was psychological fucking manipulation and molding into becoming that, again, metamorphosized butterfly. And if I'm wrong, guess what? So be it. It'd be the first time in 6 fucking years. But again, this isn't the first time I've taught about Word Monarch Day and what this monarch represents. You know, this was astonishingly captivating how it delivered us directly into 123 days from our 126K highs, that 1, 2, 3, go code. And here we are bouncing from a 17 prime number, 59K, swiping through 60K, like landing on the moon in the 60s in the 60 space race after Donald Trump's 60-minute interview, as we head into who was elected the 60th president, as we head into Super Bowl 60 right here. That 666 code everywhere you look. You know? Like I said, a number that rarely occurs by accident. You know? All of this tied together. Almost as if the charts themselves were teaching us a moment to, again, just ask them. Don't follow the news. Because again, a lot of this is just happening, but we were out here saving a lot of this code, a lot of this time frame in advance, sharing it with you. The TA, the numerology, the astrology, just waiting on the puzzle pieces to fall. You know, it's as if the chart was teaching us to just ask it from now on. Like I always say, what is the chart telling you? Right? Not what some other crypto analyst, me, the news, the economy, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? The low of despair, the violent shakeout, the recoil, the first vertical breath of rebirth. This was not random volatility, pioneers. Like I said, this was a metamorphosis. I wonder how many people committed suicide recently. You know? How many more people just lost their everything because they weren't prepared? The Monarch is not just a butterfly. It is a symbol of transmutation, transformation, through annihilation. Period. The caterpillar does not evolve gently. It dissolves inside the chrysalis. Its former structure is destroyed entirely before it is re-emerged as something unrecognizable to its prior form. This is alchemy. Period. This is Uranus. This is Bitcoin controlled by Uranus. And this is fucking February. And we're just getting started on the 2026 year. Are you having fun? Because we're not done yet. Because again, all of this magically lines up as if you think Coach is just out here spitting nonsense. Monarch 117, Bitcoin 117. These lows come in 1 year, 17 days after Trump's inauguration, tied to the 36th day of the year, the 666 code, and Trump's inauguration gave us the 66. Bitcoin opened up at 66K today on February 6th, the 2/6 date. Okay. And on this day, they were showing us the Monarch. On this day, back in 2025, look at what she's wearing. Like she's at a funeral. That life, death, rebirth we've been teaching you about. Huh. Yeah. But I'll behave. Are y'all ready for tonight's class? Can I get a hello? Just getting started. Ain't but 17 minutes in this video. I'll behave. I played too much. So thoughts on this, what I'm sharing right now? Anybody got anything to add before we continue on and talk about how it's only February? Quick drink of water off. Be ready to get started again in a minute. I just wanted to give y'all a chance to comment in the chat. Oh yeah, we're in a Zoom. I was like, where's the chat at tonight? Oh, I see you, Scott. You snuck in here on us.
How y'all doing?
Good, brother. Glad to have you. Been a while. I'm glad to see you're doing well, man, and here.
Been working out of state.
Yeah, I've just been working the 2 jobs, man. Here with you guys and taking care of my son. You know, that's the life, you know.
Yeah, I get back and I see all this chaos.
Chaos?
With everything freaking plummeted.
Perfectly orchestrated alchemy, I think. But
oh, I know.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, it is chaotic. Again, we were just talking about this as you were getting in here, but the 2026 year is the year I've been calling the year of God. But yeah, it's also the year of chaos, that same 26. So, you know, I'll behave. We clearly see that. And again, dude, I expected nothing more when I started sharing this chart months ago, several weeks ago. I expected nothing more out of a 4th wave, which is typically the most violent, okay? And either it's the most violent or it's the longest lasting and most drawn out, which we see that's what the 2nd wave was. And it's either the 2nd wave or the 4th wave that is the most violent or the most long and drawn out. So since 2 was the most long and drawn out through 2022 in the last bear market, which is highly tied to this time period, by the way, weekly lows on the RSI for the first time since this time period right now, then this one 4th wave should, well, recover very quickly, kind of like V-shaped recovery, but I'll behave, man. So again, this could continue to get very wicky, but I honestly think we're pretty much just about done here. You know, what if this level were to get hit, 47 again, like it should have already happened, or it's going to happen within, I'd say, the next 14 days. You know, but yeah, that's just me, my story, and I'm sticking to it. But like I said, I've never changed up, and so let's get that understood. You know, I've been out here calling for this exact kind of action. We're seeing historical 6 months closes red for the first time in the history of Bitcoin. Everybody coming out here losing their shit, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks it's fucking 9/11 and the apocalypse, and you know the world's about to explode or something. You know what I'm saying? But I still think we're all gonna be here tomorrow. You know, and we'll see what happens 100 days from now. You know, that's come June, July, Trump's birthday, America's 250th birthday, the Illuminati's birthday, Uncle Sam's birthday, like, and we're talking a quarter century birthday here. It's not just another year, you know. So, yeah, man, we've just been mapping this chaos out in advance, Scott, and I really hope you've been paying attention. I know you've been working out of state, like you said, but you may not have been able to make the classes, but hopefully you're watching the videos that I'm posting in the Discord for fucking free, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're reading the post, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're following these students here that are doing the work in the Discord, that are preparing others, you know, and talking amongst themselves about what they're seeing, because that's what it's all about. Like what I always say, what are you seeing? You know, don't just follow me, right?
No, I knew it was coming down. I just didn't know it was going to come quite this far. So,
well, I definitely have mapped out 60K. This 59 is not surprising, being the 17th prime, right? It's right beside 50. Like they basically sleep together every night, right? But you know, I could see as low as 43K after a 43-day government shutdown, all tied to the number of Lucifer, 43, right? But it's all tied to that government shutdown of 43 days, the longest in history, and that being a golden pocket in the chart that I just showed you. There being a golden pocket there, a 702. Like, it's technical, it's numerical, it's all happening to astrology if we were to see it around this time period. Because again, Mercury and Venus square in Uranus, as Uranus stations direct as we head into this eclipse, which again is this eclipse that everybody's going to be talking to you about. Let's get back to this. You know, it's just February, right? We started the video off with that, but this is the coming shock window that I teach about. Okay, eclipses obviously this year, tied to Uranus. So we're paying attention to the potential war narrative on the world stage, especially with America right here. An event to maybe happen at the Super Bowl or around this time period, okay? Before and after. Any day now, basically. But on February 17th, that solar eclipse that everybody's going to be out here fucking talking to y'all about, they're not going to share this with you. It forms at 28 to 29 degrees with Aquarius, okay? Huh? Yeah, very important. We're in Aquarius, right? In a turbulent, like I said, like we were just talking about, Scott, chaotic square to Uranus. No! You didn't do it again, did you, Coach? Yeah, we did it again. And eclipses alone, we know they bring endings and, you know, revelations. Squared to Uranus, though, they bring shocks and potential reversals. Like I taught you months ago when we dropped that Uranus retrograde thesis, right? Sudden collapses and unexpected, like I said, reversals out of those collapses. These black swan narratives that we could be potentially seeing. And the events that just break sentiment. No. Anyway, I'm just, like I said, I'm sorry for bringing the emotion tonight, you guys, but I'm charting fucking history in advance, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people would think I'd be popping fucking bottles right now. No, I'm fucking ticked off, man. Because my work, I give it away for fucking free, so why shouldn't it? It's fucking priceless, man. Why shouldn't we be reaching millions and helping these people around the world, bro? Is it too much to ask for a motherfucker to share the shit? You know what I'm saying? To give her the fucking light. Like, goddamn, help boosting the algorithm. Like, ain't nobody done what we done, and God created the world in 6 days, and I've been doing this for 6 fucking years, and then he rested. Should I fucking start to rest? And let everybody just have fun? You know what I'm saying? And so this eclipse is occurring just as Saturn approaches Neptune in Aries. Roy Moore, shout out to you, Gucci Romo. We were talking about this the other night. You know, the ancient war sign, which is historically unkindly, you know, we know that. Any major collapse in the history of the world, you can look at it, it's been tied to this Saturn, Neptune, Pluto conjunction, opposition, time period, etc. You know, in some formality of astrology. Irrefutable, undeniable. You know, and this correlates with the ideological collapse and mass delusionment, the potential war we're seeing on the world stage right now, with everybody freaking out about the economy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This is they got together at Davos and planned all this shit out this year, just like they did last year, just like they did the year before that. Like, come on, y'all. Have these fad meetings every fucking month to make sure that they're on point. Like, there's no reason for anybody in this community to ever look at economic data anymore. Period. You know what I'm saying? But the United States was founded with the moon at these very aquatic degrees that we're seeing it approach on this 217 eclipse. Trump was born with the moon in these very aquatic 28-29 degrees as we approach this 2017 eclipse. Or, I'm sorry, 217 eclipse, right? And not only was Trump born under the same moon degrees that the United States was founded under the same moon degrees as this same eclipse is that we're approaching, as it's all America's 250th birthday, right? But it's also the time that the state of Israel was created. So again, we're watching the Monarch be created right here on the world stage in alchemy through astrology and the stars. And I can't tell you what exactly that's gonna unravel, but it's probably gonna be turbulent. This tie to Uranus is gonna be very shocky, like we've talked about, right? And at the same time, with Mars, the god of war, opposing, at this point, these are pressure points in history being made. And we're making them all in advance, preparing y'all for this, you know? So again, this is the write-up that I've been talking about, that I've been trying to get out to y'all for 2 days. But I've had an hour and a half of sleep and going on 72 hours almost come 3 a.m. tonight. Just an hour and a half. Working doubles after holding classes and doing YouTube videos and making posts and taking care of my son. Because there's only 24 hours in a day, but it's what you do with them. But I'm out here trying to pave the way. I'm out here trying to prepare minds for what's to come, for what's happening. But again, I've got so much on my plate, I can't ever get it all ate. So I'm sorry I haven't been able to type out this update to you all, but it's coming. You know? And as this trigger approaches between, you know, this astrological point will start to get into position around the 20th, but it won't really start. It won't really get there until the 27th to the March 2nd time period. So it's literally 10 days after this next eclipse and right into the March 3rd blood moon eclipse. Ooh, blood moon. Anyway, so this month of February is basically an activating fault line, is what I've written down so far, and it's what follows after the solar eclipse, the total lunar eclipse, and then cherry blossom season. Our entire thesis and everything built for 12 fucking years, right? So it's just one of the most volatile astrological combinations that I've come across right now. Mars squaring Uranus, right here, with Mercury and Venus being square Uranus as of the 5th through the 8th of this month. So starting yesterday, when we capitulated into these lows and into the Super Bowl, right? So we're just paying attention for potential technological disruption. Check. Sudden attacks, we'll pay attention to that. Cyber warfare, things like that tied to Uranus, tech, any shocks from the sky, plane events, etc. And, well, black swan events. That's a gimme, but as if we haven't already seen that with the market itself. But like I said, man, it's all about the Monarch. I guess what I want to say is, I haven't written this out yet. I'm going to be basically saying this off the dome. What I want you guys to understand the Monarch represents is something that does not fear, that does not run from the challenge or the storm. It actually requires it. It is a necessity, not a fucking privilege. Okay, it actually, this Monarch actually migrates thousands of miles, obviously guided by forces none of us can see, that it probably can't even see. Just instinct, right? Intuition. Intuare, which means to know. And it dissolves itself to become something greater. It survives extinction level pressure like a diamond. Diamonds are made through pressure, right? By surrounding itself with relentless surrender to transformation. And that's what I hope February is going to be showing us right here. Weekly RSI reset for the first time in 4 fucking years almost. Got the daily reset for the first time since October. So I don't believe these lows were our failure, you guys. Especially not ours, we prepared you. Told you. It was coming. Right, again, 6 months ago, people probably thought I was crazy when I was calling for 88K, 103K in September. Teaching y'all about the 103 September code. Timber, wake me up. When September ends, right? Uranus stationed retrograde then. That's how we knew we were going into a new all-time high. 126K. We thought it was going to be 128. Sell wall there. We came 1% away. We called the 126K in advance too. Y'all know that. Right as Bitcoin turned 17 years old. And again, we started this video out tonight about that 17 code, right? These lows were not anyone's failure. Yours, mine, any crypto analyst out there. They were the chrysalis, the metamorphosis, the fear that we're witnessing is not a weakness. hella fucking strong. I am limitless. Shout out Crypto Wheel. It was the shedding of the skin as we exit the snake year. Do you understand that? Again, all controlled by the man who gave you the snake speech in his last term. This shock we're witnessing from Uranus is not chaos. Even though that's what they want us to believe it is in the 2026 year and it's tied by the code we know. Right? It's fucking reprogramming. It's the metamorphosis. Uranus does not destroy without fucking purpose. Period. Never has, never fucking will. History of the markets and every market collapse tied to Saturn, Neptune, this Uranus or Pluto character has shown that. Period. It destroys what we can no longer carry into the future. Okay? So maybe that's kind of like a 01.com bubble and a lot of these other cryptos that will probably just continue to trade sideways and down for a long time. You know? And never have the highs that people hope that they will when we have a world with like 1.7 billion cryptos now. I'm being facetious there. I don't know how many cryptos there are, but I figured I'd throw out the 17 code. Why not? But as we move towards these eclipses, I'm hearing fucking war drums. You know? And seeing volatilities dancing, candles dancing. The lesson of the Monarch right here becomes sacred, you guys. And I hope it's something that we're able to copyright and patent here into our thesis. Trademark. Because I ain't never seen nobody share it in 13 fucking years that I've been in the markets. I've shared it multiple years. This isn't the first time we've seen these volatile reactions around this time period. Tied to events on the world stage, tied to World Monarch Day. You ever seen the TV series Under the Dome? Huh. That's crazy. You better pay attention to it. You better watch it. Because rebirth is not comfortable. But it is precise. And we've shared that. That's for sure. So, just know it always arrives on time. Jesus' birthday, spring equinox, right? World Monarch Day, Easter, right? These time periods of life, death, rebirth, like the winter solstice that we've been teaching you about, right? Pay attention. So, I really hope you guys are seeing what the coach is seeing. Enjoying what I'm bringing. You know? I'm gonna open the floor up for a minute, get a quick drink of my coffee, a quick drink of water. I'm kind of getting parched, like y'all know. Like I said, it's hard for me to keep my eyes open right now. It's been a long stretch for me. So I'm just gonna take a minute to relax now that we've finally, spoken about February with you all and talked about this World Monarch Day, these lows that we were seeing heading into yesterday. Exactly 47 days from the winter solstice, right? And into 2/6 today. And hitting that 60K range that we were prepared for as we head into Super Bowl 60, man. Y'all let me know how you feeling, how you doing. In 2017, Donald Trump was uninaugurated as the 45th president of the United States under Saturn and Aries. I didn't hear about this. That's why I'm watching the Super Bowl, Roy, because it adds up to 56 in numerology on 2/8 for a potential event to happen at the Super Bowl. I'm not saying it will, but around this time period into the, like I said, the 27th through March 2nd time period is we see that Saturn and Neptune and Mars and Uranus all square each other and shit through this eclipse. I could see a virus happen during that time period too. You know? Oh, and it's February 8th. Like I said, Royce, to Leave the World Behind Day. 128, December 8th. That's when this movie released. 128, like the 128 code. Mars entering Scorpio. 128, capitulate. 128, capitulate. That's why we knew there would be a sell wall at 128K. Capitulate. Like we told y'all that in advance. There's a sell wall at 128K. We see it. There's liquidity there to smack us down. Every time we hit a 128 code, we're going down. You know, so anyway, I'll behave. So honest opinion, you guys, go shoot of me. I want to hear it, man. What do y'all think of Coach, man? Like I want to know, man. Like what can I do more of if I could do more of something, you know? Like if I had enough time to do something more and different, it'd probably be hang out with my fucking son, right? But as we move forward with my work, that's something I wanted to ask in 2026 at the beginning of the year was, you know, what do you want to see more from me? What different for me, right? I probably ain't gonna change for nobody, just get that shit clear. But y'all know my work is very diverse, and that's why I'm asking, you know, if there's something you'd like to see me bring back that you've seen in the past, etc., or venture into something new, you know, let's do it together, right? Let's have that journey together here this year. But I also wanted to ask what your honest opinions of me are. Like somebody made a message in the Discord this morning, and it didn't offend me or anything, but it's, you know, like I said, I've been sharing these codes and everything for a while now, and the technical analysis and all, and, you know, I've been mapping this out. I think, you know, like I said, I'm sorry that I failed to communicate. My brain just doesn't allow me to. I try. I really do. You know, but they're just like, oh, well, so-and-so will come out, and I don't know what to think of that, and then the decoders will come out, and then I'll know how to feel. Is that how you see me? As just a decoder? Or just a analyst? You know? I really hope I'm viewed as, well, really so much more. I really hope you view yourselves as so much more. You know? So I just, you know, take the time to, you know, answer that. You ain't gonna answer tonight. You know, I just wanted to know, like, how do you view the coach, right? How am I viewed by others? Like, that is important to me. You know, how am I viewed by my son, my mom, my family, right? You guys is family too. So that's why I'm asking. Genesis 1:26-27 says we are gods and goddesses made in the image of the Elohim. So I hope I'm viewed as so much more than just a decoder. I'll behave. Releases of work as key points of the same milestone, pinnacle of idea. But yeah, man. Alright, man. I guess Roy Moore, you ain't going mute tonight. Nobody want to talk to Coach. Damn, Coach to come out and drop the Monarch on us. I'll behave. Y'all could have told me not to. Damn, look at that V-shaped recovery. Look at that U. Look at that U for Uranus. I'll behave. It's so cute though. We gave y'all the bullish divergence. I mean, I tried. I fucking tried. At RSI, following like we said, it's just gonna go up here instead of bearish divergence. So we'll go up here and then we'll come back down. But anyway, I'll behave. Shout out to Skeets.
Yo, Coach.
Yo! What up? That sounded like
Are you
Jake.
using tropical or sidereal?
That's
For
Oz.
your
Okay.
swearing, conjunction?
Man, I use it all, man. I really do. It's really hard to say. Like, are you asking about these past events that have always seen this Saturn and Neptune or Pluto type of, event and style around it? It is going to be usually typically more Vedic. You know what I'm saying? That really is how things are ran. Traditional is given to us, But I use it both, like, for example, I think it's Vedic, though, to answer your question. What I'm viewing right now mainly is Vedic. If you're asking about what my work is, but I look at the Hinduism in it all as well. I try to, always pay attention to that first known religion of the world. But back in June and July of last year, we for years we've taught about the June and July lows. The June bug, bringing that, carcinogenic moment into the picture here, right? Because that June and July time period is that Cancer zodiac in the traditional horoscope. So it all matters, which is why I use it all. So, the markets had a carcinogenic phase. The markets got Cancer and a June bug, the beetle, dating all the way back to Egypt, right? The scarab beetle, right? And so it all matters. I use it all. That was just a prime example of a great time period where the markets were carcinogenic during Cancer and that June and July low time period. Historically, you see a June and July low. There's only been a few June and July highs, which is also why I think we could see a June and July high this year as America's 250th birthday coming up. But we'll talk about that closer as we get to that time period. Just know we've been talking about it and preparing you for it in advance. So we'll see.
Can I ask you something else?
Absolutely.
Even though I just did?
Please. Yeah.
Oh, please, Coach, did you do it again?
We done
God
it
damn!
again!
All right. Now that that's out of my system,
I love it. Thank you.
did you get that? I put it in the Discord earlier about the days in between the dates for the big liquidation candle till, because that was like 10, right? And then you had
XRP.
02.
That was the XRP chart, wasn't it?
I actually pulled that from Doge, I believe, but it's all the same. Meaning Doge, H bar, XLM.
Yeah, but it was 144 days you shared, wasn't it?
It was, the 144 date would land us from today, the 2/6 till March 3rd. So 1/1, I'm sorry, not 2/6, 2/22, the 2/22 date. 144 days after that is 03/03, which is also that eclipse date.
Okay, so say that one more time. So from 10/10, 144 days, because I'm looking at this 119 and that threw me off. Y'all know that 9/11 code 119. This is scripted. Oh Lord, from the 10/10 liquidation to right now is literally 119 days. 9/11 119 code. So now I'm gonna do one that's 144 days out, and you're saying it is 3/3, right? I saw the
negative. I believe what it was 144 days was from the 2/2 date. But yeah, pull 144 back from 3/3, please.
I'm
driving right now.
March 3rd, the eclipse coming up.
Yes, sir.
That's literally 144 days after the 10/10 liquidation.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Something's there.
Well, a blood moon, but yeah, cherry blossom season after that. But yeah, there could be something there. It's that Saturn Neptune astrology ending the day before that too. Um, that square to Uranus is ending the day before that. So yeah, I see it all between now and then being very volatile. That is actually from today, 24 days away, that Omega number. So it's going to get more volatile between now and then, right? Now, you were saying something about the 222 date, February 22nd?
Yeah, what the heck was that? I think I pulled the 222 till the 10th, the 1-1, and it gave me some number. I cannot recall.
It might have gave you right at 137 days.
Ooh! Did you do it again?
Right.
137?
Right, it's right at it. Let me see. So from February 22nd, which is, in case y'all don't know, I think he might be seeing this order out of chaos code. The chaos we've been talking about tonight, right? The 222 order out of chaos, right? 222, and this is clear. This is a true code because we saw Wuhan coronavirus take place a few years ago, right? Bitcoin just hit 66K after Trump's inauguration, 66, right? 222 code. But yeah, so the 222 date to March to, what were we doing? XRP. Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026, all the way back to 1010. And so now we're doing February 22nd. That's what it was. Back to the liquidation day. So it's roughly 136 days, which is 4 months and 13 days, an anagram of pi.
I also shared a chart with the 3-month closes, both using the World Trade Center tower candles as back tests in the future. And the most recent one was 1188 days or bars when the March candle closes. So that's definitely an indicator of bullishness after cherry blossom season, which begins March 20 something, correct?
Should be around the 29th to April 10th. Same as last year, it should be. Sometimes it's a revolving and moving date according to the moon. But America's Washington, D.C. is typically always the same because it gets it for a few years. And then you heard Japan is going to give America 126. How many cherry blossoms was it, Roy? I know you saw the post I made, but Japan's actually given America more cherry blossom trees this year for its 250th birthday. So that's unique. But yeah, it's usually late March, early first week or so of April. That April Fool's time period. Satoshi Nakamoto's birthday, right?
So let the March candle back test the previous Twin Tower candles, 1,188 bars in the past. It's easier if you've seen the freaking thing, man.
It's 22.33% that you shared. I don't know if that matters, but the 223 code, the 144 days to March 3rd from the October 10th liquidation. Yeah, you did. And so the March 3rd is the full blood moon eclipse. That's March 2nd time period is also what I'm watching with the, this moon on this day is the last day of that Saturn Neptune square Uranus energy. So yeah, I did. Do we push up on the 17 date, or do we push lower and reverse into March 3rd? Okay, I see what you wrote now. I honestly think they're both gonna be bullish. I mean, fuck, man. The markets have just fell into 6. You know, I can definitely see the 17th being bullish, and then the 3rd giving us some lows, blood moon eclipse, right? But I can actually make a case that they're both going to be bullish. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I see things like this year, where's my notes? I'm more actually, personally, myself, still trying to figure out what the fuck this means in 2029. You know? Oh
jeez.
Yeah, right? That's what I said too. That June, July time period. Right? You know, so 123 days is how long we've been selling off. Straight down, you guys. Straight fucking down. And people still believe that the market's gonna fucking continue to just go straight down. Like, show me a market in the history of the world, in a successful asset, because you can't say Bitcoin's not successful, or that it's over and done with now, because until we see it, it ain't fucking happened yet. Maybe the 12Kers are right. Maybe Jeffrey Epstein did create it and it's going to fucking zero. That's great. It doesn't fucking affect me not one goddamn bit. Will other cryptos tank? Yeah, until there's a law of equivalent exchange. And we've already made an X post about this. We've already done videos about this, you know? And so, whoop-de-doo. It'd just be another milestone we called in advance is all, you know? So, thinking logically here, and I hate to say this, but I have to say this because you guys are my pioneers here, but, like, you know what I'm saying? They tell us most people think with an average IQ of 70, 69, right? Well, fuck me, man. What is that saying? Intellectual disability, ID, is what they renamed retardation. Okay? Which, if they tell you most people have an average IQ of 69, 70, then what the fuck are they telling you? You know what I'm saying? And we're smarter than that here. You know? I'm not saying because, yeah, I have a 151 IQ, you know? Very superior. Genius level, right? Cool. But we got to think critically. With more than a 70 IQ when we look at these markets right now. Indicators resetting on the daily for the first time in months, on the weekly for the first time in fucking years. You know what I'm saying? Like, these things mean things. Fear and greed index at 6, a single digit. Like, these things mean things, man. You know? First it hit 9, now it hit 6. 6, 9, 9, 6. Saturn code. Tied to this 69 we just hit. The 60K range we just cleared. Moon landing. Right? So for 123 days, just Bitcoin alone has went down. But when we look at XRP, since it's high, it's now traded sideways and down for 200 straight days. Okay? Like, I don't expect that these eclipses just continue to capitulate the market lower. You know, I really don't. You know, I really expect them to be kind of bullish. And how about that $1.12 XRP we call? Tied to that 112 code we saw for Donald Trump, right? Right? XRP $1.12. Like, I hope y'all were buying, dude. Not financial advice, but I was. Great opportunity. But in a sideways trading range now of 447 days, almost 450 days, come this fucking Super Bowl. Let us pray. But 200 of it's been straight down. That's it. Like, I'm just trying to think critically here. You know, because the next move that comes in this market, most people won't be fucking ready for. But we will. You know, I would just be very shocked if they capitulated into some 9/11, some 08, 01, some type of World War narrative right here. Like, it don't get much worse than what it's already fucking got, you guys. Why do you think I've been able to bring up months old saved code and present it to you at this time period? Why do you think I've been able to come out with all the fresh code from the pieces that they're dropping at such a flawless, fast rate? Because we're watching the bombs explode in real time. You know, this is the war. War is just not bullets and bombs like they told us about and showed us about on TV and shit. Like, I think these eclipses give us a bullish energy, and I could be wrong. It could take time to play out, but I think they give us a bullish energy. Unlike what this December 4th eclipse did back in 2021. Unlike what this other one did in Terra Luna. Like, I could be wrong, man. But as we head into America's 250th birthday, I see them making money rather losing money. You know what I'm saying? Like, America's on its way down. Babylon is falling. But they're going to go out with a fucking bang. Okay? And that's always been my story, and I'm sticking to it. You know? And I think, you know, until that happens, I'm going to continue to be ignored, misoverlooked, undervalued, and unappreciated. Right? Not by you guys. But maybe even some of y'all don't believe that I'm right. You know? And that's cool. Like, it's just... Please point me out, point where I was wrong. You know, I do ask that. You know, please, corrective criticism goes a long way when used correctly. You know, but I think I'm about to be right again. You know, again, it's. I know a lot of this may seem like I'm wrong right now, but again, we've mapped all this out. It just didn't look pretty. You know, it's not supposed to look pretty until it does. You know, so I think we're literally right here. June and July of 2021 all over again. Same thing as 2020. You know, I literally do. Same thing as 2022. I believe this is just another fucking moment. And they didn't last long neither. We didn't fucking vacation in those moments. You know? So... when you ask me about these eclipses, I think they fucking bullish. Yep. But I could be wrong. You know, what do I know? I mean, everybody gonna tell you right now the economy's falling apart, the world's in fucking shambles, and their broker said they shouldn't be invested in crypto right now, so I'll behave.
Roaster, do you think the Super Bowl is going to bring some like bull flag action now that it's one of the biggest rituals on Earth? Gets everyone stoked. Crypto's up again, and then all of a sudden, back to 60K for the 6 code.
Only if they. I only see the Super Bowl being... We had our Crypto Bowl the other year, the first ever Super Bowl with crypto commercials that ended up not being shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really, unless there's just some tie to crypto somehow during this event, I don't really see it being tied to crypto, I should say. I don't want to say it shouldn't be bullish, because it's also a distraction away from crypto, while crypto could be at a bullish state over the next 72 hours, right? Out of these lows. Let it get up some before people try and get in. They don't want you to buy these fucking lows. They pump it fucking 20%, people gonna jump back in. You see what I'm saying? So around that Super Bowl time period, yeah, I could see the Super Bowl being a distraction while crypto is bullish, only to then roll over, right? But if they use the Super Bowl as a way to promote crypto, then yes, it will be about the rumor, sell the news. I do believe that.
Yes, because when I look at the Monarch, it's almost like a W.
Yeah, you got that right? Are you saw it? That's what I was doing. That's literally what I was trying to, like, I was trying so hard to find a good picture, and I wanted to find one where this wing was kind of like, this was back here, you know, like it was flapping its wings, and this wing was kind of behind it some, so that like this would fit in the double. I couldn't fucking find it, you guys. Anyway, and so yeah, I could find it, but it was facing this way, and I'm like, you motherfucker, face this anyway. But so, you know, this is what we dealt with. And so it is a W. It could be as simple as that. A W for the win. All we do is win, win, win. I'll behave. But
it goes right, the delta of it, or whatever, the pinnacle is going right up to the date of the Super Bowl.
yeah, I did that on purpose.
Bang.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. Into the 8th. Yeah. Because again, that's when the end of Venus and Mercury square in Uranus is. So again, the 5th to the 8th is where the turbulence is always been mapped out for me, right after Uranus stationed at a retrograde into the direct. You know, Uranus stationing direct, Mercury and Venus square Uranus. That's not good. Okay? And so that all ends the 8th. You see? So the 8th being the release of that negative energy. And it's a, you know, ABC out of a clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern down out of the 28th when Melania rang the bell. Capitulation. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. Out of a 5th wave to the downside, you should A, B, C. And that can create a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So, you know, we'll see.
That C is going to be an opportunity of a lifetime buy. That's all I'm saying.
At 75?
That's just what I'm feeling after the Super Bowl. And if that eclipse is bullish, dude.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Is if that's holding support of, say, 74K, if we get up there to that C and it pushes up to 76, 79K, the golden range, right? And we hold support at 74. We're holding 71.1, this neckline. Yeah, anywhere after this is complete, if we regain bullish momentum, we confirm lows are in. That 60K landing on the moon was it. 59, the 17th prime, right? Boom. Then yes, this will be premium buying opportunity, longing opportunity for continuation. Absolutely, I totally agree. Resetting the RSI on the weekly for the first time in 4 fucking years. 4 fucking years, almost. Again, we went over this in class the other day. July 11th, 2022. It's a few months away, right? America's 250th birthday. And bam, boy, we just reset right prior to that. Bam. Okay? So, Independence Day rally, man. Give me 128K. But that's just my story. I'm sticking to it. Fake out below this trend line. Bought back up. Hold support of the trend line at 71, 74K after the Super Bowl, like you say. Banger. So, same thing right back here. It looks something very similar to this into May. And then we told y'all last year, out of cherry blossom season, imagine those that sell in May. And we told you they're probably going to sell too early, and then the market continues into June and July. I told y'all they sold in May, walked away, and they sold too fucking early. But, I'm not saying don't sell in May, walk away, right? I'm just saying, we literally said that last year out of this setup. Like, imagine those selling in May, only to then watch it continue higher in June and July. So, but yeah.
Right when you said that, a baby deer crossed the road right in front of me, bro.
Look, don't you hit that dough. Leave that world behind now. But yeah. Man, you're I see you, Oz, man. You know, not only for what you've done for me, brother, but I see you, man. You know, in the community. You know, I ain't trying to speak on your business or whatever, but I just read the message you put out there at 7:41 tonight. You know what I'm saying? And you're a real one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, real recognized real. So that's what's up, man. I know Edo, my boy, he going through it right now. So had a chance to listen to Patoy teach class last night while I was working, and I didn't get a chance to come on and say hey to anybody. But got a chance to listen to them too, and really enjoyed it. But you know, I see you, man.
See you too, brother.
Yes, sir.
Build people up, homie.
Yes, sir. That's I'm glad that's free. You know, I'm glad that building people up and doing what I can do and creating my artwork is free and priceless to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might cost me to run my website and to do the things that I pay for out of my pocket, you know, but I really like to come out here and give this away for free because, like you said, you know, it's all I can afford, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it. Build people up, man. I hope that's what we're all doing here. Each one teach one. Be your brother's keeper, you know. Be your sister's keeper. You know, I'm sorry, I ain't trying to be misogynistic or nothing. But yeah. So 1618 hit, you guys. Do we hit the 4.236 at 43K after a government shutdown? That would be a premium accumulation opportunity given. I don't know. There's a lot of fair value gaps there. I did say that back in 2024 January ETFs, buy the rumor, sell the news events, that if you know, I considered our next bear market low. Back then when people were asking me, I said, well, I'm pretty sure we had eat up the highs of 49K after our ETF sell-off, buy the rumor, sell the news event, and then potentially, you know, swipe the lows of the ETF, buy the rumor, sell the news event. So you're looking at from 38 to 49K as a potential zone. Which again, if you were to draw a box from the top of this ETF sell-off to the bottom of this ETF sell-off, which again came in on 123, January 23rd, 123 go code, you will see that your 4.236 falls right in the middle of the heart line of this range. Okay? So this is a clear technical range with a clear accumulation zone built into it. Okay? It would not only be a retest of that, but it'd be a retest of your previous 2001, well, double top. The most traded range in this. This was a false breakout. This was support. All right, this was a bull trap. But you spent most of your time trading between a $38,000 to a $49,000 Bitcoin. Okay? You really got a lot of this bear flag to contribute to that, and then a lot of this September, wake me up when September, August, you know, June, July time period rally to contribute to that. But clear range that we could see retested if, you know, these eclipses do get bearish, I guess, if you want to blame the eclipse. But yeah. It could also go from cherry blossom season lows to cherry blossom season lows again. I'm not going to dispute that. But I hope you all know what that means. You better plant your fucking seeds. You know? Not financial advice, of course, but it has obviously worked every time in the history of the charts for me that I've been doing it. That may become popular now that AI knows about it, right? Whatever the fuck. It ain't changed up in 12 years. You know, it's not always the same, but cherry blossom season has tended to hold very, very true to me. When applied, you know, correctly. If it's lows, you accumulate. If it's highs, you de-risk, period. Buy the rumor, sell the news. All that nonsense. So, man, this was the chart that I'm really excited about. That really had me happy tonight. The Fallout chart that we dedicated to Season 2 Fallout being released. And, you know, the 3.14 coming back full circle to, well, 69K. And hitting 69K on the 3.14 pi code day, the 314th day of the year in 2021. From cycle high to potential cycle lows. That we are at right now. That could, again, this could be a clear retest of previous support, of previous resistance, now flip support. Like, you know, we'll have to see what happens. But again, I'm excited, man. This I put a lot of time in this. You know what I'm saying? Breaking this code down, sharing it with you all, finding these connections. So now we watching for some more, man. April 7th, 4/7 date, 106 days from our, you know, winter solstice, life, death, rebirth. That gave us 97K before this capitulation. And our 106 is tied to the 10/6 126K highs. That came 106 days after our June bug lows, right? Not surprising. And then from December 13th to March, that's when I released this chart. By the way, that's the day I did that video in class and released all this with you guys. That's 106 days from the release of this chart and this find of 69K to March 29th. That's the start of cherry blossom season. So we'll be paying attention to that. So, man, we got a lot to talk about tonight. We still ain't done yet. Let's go to my main chart. We got to look at the Dow Jones. You guys, man, the Dow Jones just hit 50,000 points. Oh, my God, we hit the 786. Bagger. On my fibs on fibs chart, the golden range has been completed. The golden pocket. The 618, the 702, the 786 has came in. Bang! Now we can follow this inflection point right here. I don't know what it is, but it's a fib circle with a fib channel right here, and it's just been showing me some very, very scary ranges of, again, 42 to 43K for a 43-day government shutdown in a 43K range, testing this previous golden pocket of this previous ETF sell-off by the rumor sell the news event back in 2024, all the way back into this 2021 trading range that we just talked about. So, like, it's technical, right? It's numerical. It's astrological if it happens, right? But right now, battling to get back above 70K, 69K, really, it's 69. We know it. We know that's what it is. Okay? So, we're going to talk about the Dow Jones now, because it just hit banger, new all-time highs, and people think that this fucking market's going to continue to capitulate. What the fuck? I don't know, man. I'm new here. You know, Trump said he going to keep these markets at all-time highs, and motherfuckers doubted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bitcoin's been selling off for 123 days. Well, fuck it. Maybe they about to tank the shit because it's tied to Jeffrey Epstein. It's been all in the fucking Epstein files. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, we made a fucking X post about a law equivalent exchange. I've been out here for years telling y'all that's not my number one holding. other cryptos are. I've called it verbatim baby trafficking coin since the beginning of my channel. Huh. I'll behave. So cool. But either way, if that doesn't happen, then they about to pump this market just like the Dow Jones, just like they've been doing with gold. That's what we were going to look at, gold. Look now. I'm just saying. Bitcoin been waiting for 6 fucking months to do this move right here, and then do this. Okay. Like I said, it's not just fucking, like, I'm not just making this shit up. This is a fucking technical analysis chart that goes all the way back to 2020. Okay? For a fifth wave to a 1.618 of upwards of $174,000. Like, you can't make it up. Like, this ain't me. You know, it's just technicals. Okay? And so, like, we've been waiting 6 months to get this and to potentially do this. And gold looked like it's about to do it in fucking 3 days. Where did the crypto volatility come from in gold? As if gold and precious metals have stole the crypto volatility. Let us pray. I still think we're getting ready for the rotate. So, again, imagine if the entire markets were to take off, like the Dow Jones right now, into their 5th wave that they've all been mapping out. I'll behave. I'll behave, coach. Look at silver. Alright. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but it doesn't look as sexy as gold. But it's got a chance to reach up there for a 5th wave, double top, and then capitulate. Same thing with gold. And gold might hyperextend into that 6-7K. It runs the world. It's gonna produce wars. Okay. I could see a 74 to 79K gold, a 71K gold, a 7100. Sorry, not 71K, 7100. I'm sorry. Or a 6,000-ish dollar gold, 4.236, 3.618, 5th wave. I can see that kind of extend a little bit more. Sucker people in, get them in lines to buy at the pawn shop again, you know. Double top, rising wedge that we've been watching. I mean, just continue to rise to infinity and beyond. But and then capitulate. And same thing with Bitcoin. But I'm just noticing this 5th wave on a lot of charts right now. Talk about the greed that could bring. I'll behave.
Coach, I sent you a DM on Telegram or on Discord.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I don't have Telegram. You lie. You ain't talking to me on Telegram. Scammer!
I think you asked me for my seed phrase. What's that?
Yeah.
So the
it's either 12 or 24 words. Find that for me.
the thing I sent you, if you can,
pull it up.
I don't want to. Yeah, dude, I don't want to throw you off the rip, but
nah, man, y'all
found
come on.
what I was trying to find earlier.
Let's do it. Okay, this is okay. I saw this, but I didn't know what it was, so I was working and I had to overlook it. Explain this to me. I see that it's on a 3-month view.
Can you zoom in for everybody, because it kind of looks small? You feel me?
Yeah, I do.
So do you see that the twin tower candles, the first red, the second red?
I see the first set, the second set, and I see what could be a third set maybe coming.
So that first arrow pointing down is the first twin tower candles. Now skip to the third arrow. You can see the back test and then the launch when it back tests the twin towers. Now look what's about to happen when March 3-month candle closer comes in.
If history repeats, right? You know, I like
The
that.
29th
I like
of
that.
March, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, coach.
That's cherry blossom season. Yeah.
That's screaming. The end of it, but
that's
still.
amazing. No, that's the
That's the
beginning.
technical
That's the beginning of
analysis.
it. March 29th.
Okay.
That's the beginning of cherry
Yeah.
blossom season.
Okay.
The end is February 10th. It's a 2-week time period roughly.
Oh.
So I'm sorry, April 10th. March 29th to April 10th. It's a 2-week time period. That's why your lows came April 10th last year, on April 7th and April 9th, April 10th. They finished off cherry blossom season strong, all the way to the end.
Bro.
So, yeah, that's gonna be that first monthly 3-month candle open is gonna happen with the first 2 weeks being in cherry blossom season.
And what level would that be at, that retest? I can't see because I'm driving
it's
right now.
looking
man.
like 69K. That we've just hit.
I wonder if
right
it has anything to do with the 6-7 meme thing that's going around with all the
I don't
people
know.
making fun of boomers.
I've never seen it. I've never looked into it. Now I know that it's very occultic, satanic. You know what I'm saying? It's very this rapper that has released it. If you understand who he is and what he practices, then he's voodooed you, bro, just by saying it. So I don't even say that, But yeah. I haven't looked into that very much, but I do know that that's getting a lot of energy right now,
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to see something tied to that, I could maybe entertain it, but I'm not going to be decoding it. I'm not bringing that into my dwelling.
Okay, respect. My understanding of it was, because I haven't looked into it either, was boomers don't know what that means, and that's why the kids are saying it. Just like boomers are tied to gold and silver, and the younger generation is tied to crypto. That's how I'm looking at it.
Right.
So let that
Yeah.
be the last retest before cherry blossom season just gets
like
all
that.
sprung.
I like that.
They're just telling us in advance like they always do.
This is your chart too? You did this?
I threw that together in 10 minutes
I love
before I had
that.
to fly up out of here.
I love that. I love how it's showing up here too, down 17,000. I love that. 17 code, right? I know you threw that in there. That 216, 20 down 20.16%. That's 6 times 6 times 6, giving you 216 code, like coming up on the 216, right? The eve of the eclipse this month. That's a very important day, February 16th, right before the eclipse this year. That's where I'd expect an event is to happen on that day. The 11th, the 16th, and 20th, really. But yeah. I think it'd be 211 though. Yeah, that'd be the day I'd pick. Look, bro, they might give us a break of market structure right here, y'all. If we break 71.7 long, not financial advice, I'll be head.
My next question to you, sir, is talking about altcoins and what's going to survive versus what's not. And I remember you shared a post about the Davos, or somebody in the Discord did. I don't remember who. It might have been you.
That. America was bringing their Davos USA members and team members, and they had a whole, yeah.
So that the only two projects was showcased on that banner was Ripple and H-Bar. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think Ondo, American-based company, will survive. I think Stellar will survive as well. If it's American-based, I think you're going to be good to go, unless it's an American-based scam. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's fucking .com all over again, right? But and any of those I just named, XRP, Ripple, Stellar, they can all be scams too. Fuck it, whatever. I'm just saying, I think if it's American-based, it has a chance to survive. Trump's gonna fight for us. He's gonna fight for his own. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going outside of my country right now to buy into crypto. As we're in what this man said verbatim out his fucking mouth was the crypto race. You know what I'm saying? I think personally himself, he isn't gonna want to invest his money into something that, well, potentially won't make it. So right now I'm looking for American-based cryptos. You know what I'm saying? That solve real world problem solve. You know, I guess you can say that has utility to it, right? But I'm looking for problems that you, me, the user, face today, and for that to get solved, and how I can invest in it.
I remember one time you said Trump was born in a dog year.
He
in
was.
The Dogecoin. I was like, damn, bangers!
That's why you saw him win the election, because the dog is the enemy of the dragon. So Kamala Diva Harris was born in a dragon year, and I know y'all know that I shared all this with Waters Above Crypto, and you heard him in that interview. He's like, man, I didn't even know that, right? But anyway, they cancel out each other in this aspect of animals were very, very big to China, and the Chinese, the culture back in the day, etc. Even today, but pandas are interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. So they cancel each other out. So in the dragon year, we saw the elections, right? 2024. And Trump won. Well, the enemy of the dragon is the dog. Okay. So Trump winning the election in 2024 canceled out Kamala winning because she was born in a dragon year. So that's just a prime example. Another one was, we knew the Buckeyes were going to win that same day that Trump was inaugurated that year, after winning that election, coming out of the dragon year, because of Ryan Day. And the saying, every dog has its day, right? Head coach Ryan Day for the Ohio State Buckeyes last year, they won the championship because that night they were inducting Michael Vick into the Hall of Fame. Michael Vick, this man went to prison for fighting dogs. You see how they played this dog theme in the dragon year? And so not only did Trump win the election in a dragon year, being born in a dog year, not only did Ryan Day, being tied to that saying, every dog has its day, he gets his first national championship. Well, you also saw Saquon Barkley and the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl that year. Okay? All tied to this rough, this dog theme. Okay? And what was Deion Sanders out here last year as he made his prime time debut back on the world stage saying throughout this past year? Dogs. I mean, them boys dogs. Why? As we were coming out of a dragon year. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what they were presenting us on the world stage at the time. So yeah, it's pretty unique how it plays out. The alchemy, the spell casting, you know? Because that's what it is. It's programming. It's channeling spirits into you. You know, thoughts, visions. Not of you, of what you want for this world, but what they want. Again, this is all coming from the television that tells lies to your vision. You go on the television to enter the guide that guides you to a program that programs you, and it's your favorite channel now because it's been channeling something to you. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull this up real quick. I just got back to my motel. I want to confirm that 144 days after the 1010 liquidation candle is March 3rd, and then Dogecoin is 144 in Gematria.
And if you take from the 1010 candle to the day that I told y'all I'm watching for this year, like you were talking about the 222 date, well, if you take it one more day to the 223 Skull and Bones day, again, Bitcoin day, B, second letter, T, 20th letter, drop to 0, C, third letter, so it's BTC 223, right? It's 137 days. That's the 33rd prime number, so also tied to that 3-3 date. Well, this is the day leaving 311 days left in the year on February 23rd this year. And they shut our world down 6 years ago on 3/11. So very critical time period right here. 4 months and 14 days, like the 144 code. So But I shared this other night when I was talking about in class, if we were to hide all this and go to the weekly, daily time period. Last year, 2024, we were telling y'all we were de-risking on December 17th and 18th. Tuesday night class, we were out here talking about it, and we had a trend line drawn right here. This was all feeling like a short squeeze, and it would have been and went higher if we would have held the trend line that I drew in class, and we were talking about that, and we started in class to break it, and I'm like, oh, this is it. You know, we de-risking, just like we had told the lady Rachel. Fox Hunt is her name in the Discord. I don't know if she's around anymore, but she asked me in a YouTube live, when were we de-risking? There, February 12th and February 20th. They leaving 314 days left in the year right before February. Again, I just broke down all of February's breakdown for you all this month. Well, a majority of it, you know, not all of it, in this video earlier. So February's always been a big month for me. 2021 showed that as well. But February 2021 was all back in this area right here, you know, just pushing up in the highs, sharp reversals, pushing it in the highs even more. Explosive month throughout the history of Bitcoin that I've seen personally in 12 years that I've been here. So I knew to watch for that 223 Skull and Bones date, and it was the last day to get out before the capitulation. So with lows last year of 223 and violent thrust into lows last year on 223, I'm looking for the adverse effect to happen this year into 223 and potentially more violent pushes up out of these lows coming out of that eclipse, packed in between the next eclipse, and before we get into cherry blossom season and America's 250th birthday, Trump's next birthday, the Illuminati's 250th birthday, and Uncle Sam's 250th birthday. So, you know, we got a lot of birthdays to celebrate this year. So, that's just what I'm seeing. You know, I'm paying attention to that 223 date, like you were saying. You know, trying to compare to that 222 date, that order out of chaos date, right? What do we see? What do we see, man? We're too far away from the fucking 223, 322 EMAs from the lows that we were just at. We are 60% away. Oh my God, Coach! You got to get off this tonight. You can't keep doing this shit. Another 60, Coach. Oh Lord! Let us pray. So we're 60% away from the 322 EMA. At 96K, the mirror of 69, like landing on the moon in 69. Did you do it again, Coach? It's all algorithmically programmed, you guys, and that's why we can keep finding these codes like this. All right, so if we were to continue to pump back up to the, 322 EMA as we head into 223, wouldn't that be amazing? Right? So I'll behave, man. But I gotta mark that. Oh, it is marked. Oh, well, we're gonna mark it again. Haha. I'll behave. 60.47%. The 60th elected president as number 47. How about that? We calling it now. Give me 96K. Bye. Oh. Well, you guys, hour and 40 minutes we've been going. I'm about to have to get off here. I gotta try and straighten up a few things, make sure my son don't need me to make him nothing to eat, and walk these dogs. I gotta try and get some rest. Y'all know, night before last, I was up all night getting that YouTube live video out after working 2 jobs, and I think we held class the night before that, and I got an hour and a half sleep last night, after working another double, and didn't get home till 12:04 p.m. And you know, I'm just beat, y'all. I'm mentally exhausted. You know, I'm running these $2 million plus machines every day and working with people's lives underneath me, and you know, it's just, I'm about ready to curl up in a fucking ball and astro project somewhere, man. So, you know. Yeah. But we're going to get off and wind down and relax and try and land this spaceship that I'm on. And I'm a Martian, you guys. I'm not human, okay? I think that's why I'm allowed to do this. You know, my brain's not the same. You know, I know you see all these kind of like TV shows sometimes, like they might make of, you know, geniuses or savants and all. And, you know, that's not even... I mean, these TV shows, I don't think do it justice, man. You know, if y'all were to see how neat and clean I keep my house and just certain things, you know, you'd be like everybody else in the world that sees me and be like, this dude's fucking weird. But anyway, I love y'all, man. So I'm getting off here. I'm hanging out with my son. I'm cleaning the house and going to bed. And I'll see y'all this weekend. Super Bowl Sunday, fun day, Patriot games coming up, you guys. Stay ready for volatility over the weekend, man. It's gonna be explosive, I do believe. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So if y'all need me, just reach out. I'll try and get to you, respond to you. I'll do my best. I can't promise. I'm a very busy guy. Y'all know that. But I'll see y'all Sunday. We're gonna be hanging out all day together after I get off work. I do gotta work Sunday morning a little bit, just a couple hours, and then I'm gonna be having the night here in the Discord with you guys, hanging out. Sunday fun day, watching the Super Bowl together, things like that. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.